Happy Earth Day, dear friends. Blessings on this special day. I'm sharing with you a concept, a belief system that has shifted for me and been very helpful to me, that I believe relates directly to our relationship with the earth and our relationship with each other. So I'll talk about it first in context of the earth, since it's Earth Day, and then in context of people. We've been in a mode, there's been a lot of talk in the last few years, probably since, 2011, 12, about this paradigm shift. And we've been in a mode that's very, as a species, as a humanity, that's been very linear and very, even if two companies are doing things that are so similar that if they shared information and if they shared resources and closed the loops, they would actually help each other, they go, no, I'm going to do it better and only I can win, and no, only I can win. There can be only one. This kind of a thinking has gotten us out of balance. It's been a very left-brained, or some would say masculine, as in referring to the masculine in all of us, kind of a way of thinking that's very separate and very lonely out there. So what's happening is that those structures kind of got to a point where they didn't work very well anymore. And we depleted a lot of our resources. And whatever your views are on the state of the world right now, I think that we can all agree that it's not in harmonious balance at this time. But in some ways, this is reintegrating. And systems like our grocery store system are being paired with systems like Feeding America that takes the food that's not being sold and links it back into feeding programs to help share that food with others. This is one example. This way of thinking of us as separate and of, well, if I have this, then this person doesn't have this, and if I give that though, then I won't have mine, and there can be, and that this view of limitation is because of this kind of a structure of separateness. So, in the we are all connected vein, what's helping me is to think of it rather than power over, power with, empowering each other to do what we feel called, what each of us feels called to do on behalf of all. So I believe and I experience that what is in the greatest good of all is in my greatest good. It's the same as, like, for just taking the example of my body. It's in the best interest of my heart or of my knee for my whole body to be in health. Right? If my knee is super healthy, but the rest of my body is riddled with blockage and disease, then my knee won't be doing very well. So as one body, as one earth, as one people, and we are. I mean, even if you just take a strictly scientific approach of picking a starting point as the Big Bang, even though we know this, we're banging in and out of existence all the time. So from that starting point, say, we are all the same energy that was released from that explosion. So how I look at this is, I am the universe looking out through the perspective and the eyes of AmyWalker, and you are that same universe looking out through the perspective of you. And this orchid and these lilies are the same universe looking out through their perspective. And if you want to get super duper technical, we're all holograms of the entire universe. I won't go there because it's a really, really fun hole to go down, a little rabbit hole. So science has even shown us that even though we don't really have tools, we don't really know what it's like to experience the universe as orchid, even just using the tools that we created to measure human experience, like a polygraph, even hooking up people tools to a plant, we can see, and you can Google this, that when I speak lovingly, even without touching the plant, when I speak lovingly to this plant and give it good energy, you can see from polygraph tests how they respond positively to that. And if I use harsh words toward this plant, which I'm not going to do because I love this plant, but you can look up the experiments, you can see how stressed out they get. And that's with the wrong tools. That's with people tools. So yes, we're connected. Yes, we're all sentient, I believe. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Yes, I believe everything has a kind of life, because we are all spirit in how I see it. So whatever you believe, whether it's the force or love or any of this, the way to thinking of it as what can I give? How can I utilize my gifts to empower and inspire others is in my best interest. And that is an Earth Day message. Because from that perspective of shifting that within myself, my relationship to the products that I choose, it's not perfect. I'm not going to pretend that it's perfect. I still do drive a car. It's a hybrid. And I still use toilet paper, but I like to get the kind that isn't trees or that's sustainable. It's not perfect, but having this relationship to these things, giving thanks, looking at what can I do, what can I offer, what can I give, this is an Earth Day message. And so I'm going to let you interpret what that is for yourself, or look at all the great examples that there are out there of small things that we can do to help technically. And what I'm offering is this inner message. So there's another part to this that I'm going to do in a separate video in the power versus empowerment concept. But I'll leave you with this for Earth Day. Blessings. We are connected. You do make a difference. Thank you for the light that you shine in the world. Vibes to you.